Right now, no charges for the officers involved in the Mount Horeb Middle School shooting. This, as dramatic new video from that day shows what led to the deadly confrontation. Plus, an officer-involved shooting in Fitchburg sends a man to the hospital. His condition and what police say happened. And cyber concerns and false claims consume the Trump campaign as the Harris-Walz ticket looks for an edge on a key voter issue. It's all ahead on News 3 Now at 10. The officers who shot and killed a 14-year-old student outside Mount Horeb Middle School in May will not face criminal charges. That's according to the Dane County District Attorney today. That student was armed with a pellet gun and tried to enter the school before police confronted him. The Department of Justice wrapping up its investigation into the shooting today, and with it releasing its investigative files, including hours of video of that incident. Our Braden Ross has been digging through those pages and videos all day long. She's here with what you need to know. Braden?
Yeah, we're going to use that footage, audio, and more than 1,000 pages of reports to walk you through what happened that day. A warning, some of this may be hard to watch.
911, what's the address of the emergency?
It's May 1st, just after 11 a.m., and this dispatcher just got the call every first responder dreads.
I understand. This is quite alarming, okay?
The first caller reports seeing a person with a gun walking through their neighborhood. Minutes later, that person, a 14-year-old Mount Horeb middle schooler, is walking right up to his school, weapon in hand.
Get away from windows and doors.
In the days that followed, witnesses told News 3 Now they saw that student in this moment banging on the windows with the butt of his gun. They ran for their lives.
We have lots of help on the way.
That student wasn't able to get into the school thanks to locked doors. As he lingered nearby, Mount Horeb police officers confronted him.
Drop it!
The officers shot and killed the student when he turned the weapon on them. They would later learn that gun was a pellet gun.
The subject is down. Officers are okay.
We need an ambulance right in front of the middle school immediately.
In the aftermath, investigators discovered fireworks, uranium, and ammunition, among other things, in the student's backpack. Now, officers also found an apparent suicide note on the student's bedroom wall. We are choosing not to show that to you tonight. If you or someone you know is struggling with suicidal thoughts, help is available. You can call or text the National Suicide Prevention Hotline at 988.
Braden, thank you. Again, the officers in the case won't be charged. We heard from the Mount Horeb Police Department today in a statement on Facebook, reading in part, quote, "This tested the abilities of all law enforcement agencies within Dane County and beyond. We cannot express how proud we are of the courage all the officers and first responders displayed that day." And today, Mount Horeb Superintendent Steve Salerno posting a message on Facebook reading in part, quote, "While each person's readiness to move forward is at a different level, the district is committed to doing all that it can to meet our students, families, and staff where they are. We fully recognize some have moved past May 1st, while others are struggling. Because healing is not linear, school leaders will continue to supplement district offerings as the needs of our Vikings evolve." A man is in serious condition tonight after being shot by a Fitchburg officer this morning. Police were sent to Whispering Pines Way to a condo complex after a 911 call about an altercation. Once inside, police found two people. In one unit, a 28-year-old man armed with a knife who they say moved toward police.
At which time one of the officers did discharge his firearm, striking that subject. That subject was taken to a local hospital where he is currently being treated for injuries.
He went on to say the officer involved has worked at the department for 14 years, 7 as a sergeant. That officer has been placed on administrative duties pending the investigation, which is being handled by the DOJ's Department of Criminal Investigation. A little bit of fog moving into some areas overnight. Let's check our first warn forecast now. Here's Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington. Alex?
Eric, yes, a little fog, not out of the possibility tonight, and then again tomorrow night. As the temperatures cool down, they get close to the dew point. We've got still plenty of moisture across southern Wisconsin from all the water that we've had recently. Calm winds, that spells the recipe for a little bit of patchy fog. Particularly over southwestern Wisconsin River Valley, that may even be picked up here by our future track model at 6 o'clock in the morning, starting off right around 59 in Madison, mid to upper 50s across much of southern Wisconsin. If we get any of that patchy fog, it's going to burn off very quickly as we move further into Tuesday. Temperatures climbing quickly into the low, maybe mid-80s. There's an outside chance of a shower or thunderstorm, especially east of Madison towards the Lake Michigan shoreline, where we get that lake breeze that comes in off the lake during the day. Sometimes it's just enough to lift the air for an isolated shower or a storm as a potential. But speaking of pretty things, last night, what a show across southern Wisconsin and much of the northern hemisphere. Thank you, Becky, from Hubbleton, sending us this one of many stunning northern light photos that has been sent to the First Warn Weather Team. If you want to send us your weather photo, of course, when it's safe, very safe in this scenario here, just scan that QR code. If you're sitting on the couch or maybe laid in bed, just scan that QR code. That links your photos that are on your phone or your device right up to the First Warn Weather Team so we can show them on air. 65 in Madison right now, watching the dew point. When the temperature and the dew point get close to each other, that's when you ring something out in the atmosphere in the form of tonight. A cloud, a little bit later in the week, it will ring out in the form of showers. Thunderstorms, mid-60s in Dane County, low to mid-60s across all of southern Wisconsin, so the temperatures are cooling down rather quickly. Coming up in Maine weather, we got a soaking rain that we need to track, and how much water you can expect from it, I'll let you know in a couple minutes.
Alex, thank you. After months of campaigning, tomorrow is election day for the Wisconsin primaries. 2 questions will be on all ballots across the state. Question 1 broadly focuses on the delegation of appropriation power. It's asking if the legislature should have a say in how money is spent by state executives. And question 2, more specific, where it asks if the governor needs legislative approval to spend federal funding. Democrats are not in favor of the questions because they say it puts restrictions on the timeliness and consideration for progressive improvements to advance, while Republicans are in favor because it gives the legislature more power over governing decisions. The ballot questions have created passionate responses from both sides of the aisle.
They are amendments, not referenda questions. And this is a Republican power grab, plain and simple. They aim to strip the power from the governor and will cause all federal funding to Wisconsin to be caught up in legislative gridlock.
If there's no restriction or specification about how it's to be spent, we don't share power in determining that. The governor decides it unilaterally. This is inconsistent with our Constitution's suspicion of concentration of power in one set of hands.
Now, if either or both questions are approved by voters, the changes will be enshrined in the state constitution. It wouldn't be something the governor can simply veto. Any future changes would have to go through a multi-year, multi-legislative and voter process all over again. Now, the Supreme Court could weigh in if the amendments pass should a lawsuit reach their chambers. In order to cast a ballot tomorrow, first you need to be registered. If you haven't done so, don't worry. All you need to do is show up at your polling place, and there will be poll workers there who will ask you to show some ID. A few acceptable forms include a Wisconsin driver's license, a Wisconsin DOT-issued photo ID card, a U.S. passport, or a military ID card. You can find more forms of ID and where to vote at channel3000.com. Former President Donald Trump focused on cyber issues today. His campaign team says it was hacked. Trump making separate accusations about AI faked photos and had a social media appearance with Elon Musk. As for the Democratic ticket, Vice President Kamala Harris is getting ready to launch her new running mate to talk to voters on his own now. Skylar Henry with more from the White House.
Former President Donald Trump's campaign says Iran is behind a hack that gained access to what appeared to be its research on Republican vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance. The material was sent to Politico and the Washington Post in late July from an anonymous email account. CBS News cybersecurity analyst Chris Krebs told Face the Nation moderator Margaret Brennan that more cyber attacks are likely.
We have a long way to go in this election. Iran specifically seems to have advanced their efforts, moved them to the left perhaps a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised to see Russia enter the fray soon.
Trump is also saying Vice President Harris used artificial intelligence to fake pictures showing large crowds at her rallies last week. But CBS News was one of the several news organizations on the campaign swing and verified crowd size estimates were accurate.
November 5th, 2024, justice will be done.
Trump also returned to X for the first time in nearly a year, posting a video Monday ahead of his conversation with Elon Musk on the platform formerly known as Twitter.
After a busy week of rallies with her VP pick, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, Vice President Harris's campaign says she's working on her economic policies, which will be unveiled this week.
Governor Walz is expected to hold his first solo campaign event in Los Angeles Tuesday. Walz went after Trump during a stop in Las Vegas Saturday.
He'll gut Social Security, pull your health care, underfund public schools, all of it. That's damn right. Damn right. We're not going back.
Walz will be speaking in L.A. with union workers, a key constituency for the Democratic ticket. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
Meanwhile, former President Trump is filing a long-shot bid to collect alleged damages from the FBI's Mar-a-Lago search. According to a $100 million claim, Trump says the search wasn't appropriate and hurt his reputation. He also alleges the Justice Department is trying to hamper his re-election bid. A federal judge had approved the Mar-a-Lago search after failed negotiations with Trump's lawyers to turn over hundreds of classified records. It ultimately led to nearly 36 criminal charges, including obstruction of justice and mishandling of national security secrets. Trump had been fighting the case until it was dismissed by a judge last month. Coming up next, Alex returns a complete look at his forecast for the week ahead. Plus, students are going back to school. Parents are shelling out some big bucks. You can save on supplies when News 3 Now at 10 returns.
What drives you? Drive for Lamers.
I wanted to do something good for my community, and now I get to make a difference in kids' lives.
Call or visit GoLamers.com for more information.
There's only so much fishing a retired guy can do.
Lamers Bus Lines. Our community needs you.
Shop from the largest selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs in Wisconsin at Bergstrom Chevrolet. All with Bergstrom's negotiation-free upfront pricing, including our exclusive 7-day price protection and money-back guarantees. Stop in or shop and purchase at BergstromChevrolet.com.
It's time for Good News, Madison.
The pedestrian mall is right here in the heart of downtown Madison on the 400, 500, 600 blocks of State Street. Over the course of the summer, we bring people down here to enjoy everything that's happening, events that are currently being planned. People can check out flocktostate.com to see all of the events, and they're changing in real time from July all the way through October.
And that is Good News, Madison, brought to you by Don's Home Furniture.
This is a hallway. Doesn't evoke much feeling. But to those facing cancer or a complex condition, it feels like relief. Because all the doctors, treatments, and technology you've been fighting to find, they're all right here, under one roof, connected by hallways instead of highways. East Park Medical Center, coming soon. UW Health, remarkable.
Arby's is full of choices. Quick, you can get your favorite stuff 3 for $5. Incredible value for a limited time. Reach in and eat whatever you grab. Arby's, we have the meats.
You'll soon vote on 2 misleading constitutional amendments. They're designed to trick voters into eliminating checks and balances in our government. It's a power grab to give the MAGA politicians in the legislature the sole power to distribute emergency funding. They gerrymander, deny elections, and push abortion bans. Don't give MAGA politicians the sole power. Vote no to questions 1 and 2.
Millions of small businesses choose Spectrum Business, and each one is unique. But there is something you all have in common. You're tough, made to take it all on. That's why Spectrum Business is made to work, made to help you power through it all with reliable connectivity. That means fast internet, business phone, TV, and mobile solutions. Small businesses are made to keep on going, which is why Spectrum Business is made to work. Get Spectrum One for Business, one advanced connectivity solution for only $49.99 per month.
I was looking for a way to make a difference, and I found it. I was nervous that I couldn't handle a school bus, but Lamers made it easy. Lamers taught me everything I needed to know, and now I'm loving it.
No experience necessary. Call or visit GoLamers.com today.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, we've got Da'Vine Joy Randolph.
Push beyond your gift.
You on the road.
And she's been offered millions in college scholarships.
If I don't do it, then nobody's going to do it.
Then South African sensation Tyler.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Moving forward.
Welcome back. Madison Black Restaurant Week has officially kicked off. It coincides with Black Business Month. This week is a time to celebrate the contributions of more than 30 local black business owners to the food scene, and also allows the whole community to come together to indulge in the culture. One Central Madison business owner is bringing a piece of her home country to Madison.
From Côte d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast. It's in West Africa. And I moved here in 2013. My family sent me over here for school. Food makes a place home. And for me, it is home.
Awasibi launched a small business, Les Délices, the Awa in 2018 has been serving authentic West African cuisine since then. Black Restaurant Week features 40 locally owned, black-owned restaurants, and more information can be found on the Madison Black Chamber of Commerce website. Red Cross Madison East will soon have a new home. The Blood Donation Center is moving from its current location on Zaire Road to a new space on East Park Boulevard on the east side of the American Family Parkway. A ribbon-cutting ceremony is scheduled for September 24th, but the new center will begin accepting donations on August 19th. The American Red Cross says the new center has additional space for more beds and more donors. News 3 Now has once again teamed up with the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County for our annual back-to-school supply drive. You saw us kick off the campaign with the Stuff the Bus event at Hilldale last Monday. Supplies can be donated anytime now through Friday, and we're collecting backpacks, pencils, pens, lunch boxes, and other essentials that are needed to make sure students have a successful return to the classroom. Just stop by any Boys and Girls Club location or right here at News 3 Now to make your donation. Well, school, as we mentioned, almost back in session, and with it comes a lot of big spending. The National Retail Federation estimates families with children in elementary through high school plan to spend on average nearly $875 on school supplies, clothing, and electronics. It's even more expensive for college students who are expected to spend more than $1,300 on average for the upcoming school year.
The data that we have from the record-breaking Amazon Prime Day this year shows that many parents actually started their back-to-school shopping with their midsummer sales all the way back in July.
Experts say start shopping early. This will help spread the cost and maximize the chances of finding a deal. Also, look for opportunities to stack sales with other discounts. Weather conditions staying quiet and warm for now. Here's Alex, a complete look at the forecasts.
For now, yes, let's underline that. We're beautiful for the next couple of days. Very August-like right now. Temperatures in the mid-60s, dew points right around 60. As the temperature continues to fall here to the dew point, we could see a little bit of patchy fog to begin Tuesday morning. Got 65 in Madison, 66 in Mount Horeb, 66 to the north in Waunakee. But in the Wisconsin River Valley, moved a little fast there. Sauk City, you're at 63. But we could still tell the story here. A few more friends in the River Valley, Boscobel and Lone Rock at 63 and 65 in Juneau, and still on to 70 in Monroe to the south. Starting off in the upper 50s, maybe some mid-50s in the Wisconsin River Valley. Seeing a few clouds, too, over portions of southwestern Wisconsin. That could be a little bit of that patchy fog. Notice how that burns off right away throughout the day. Temperatures getting into the low to mid 80s. But a phenomenon out to the east that comes off the Lake Michigan, a cool breeze, helps to lift the air as it moves into that warmer air inland. Could see a shower or an isolated thunderstorm east of Madison. Much better chances for showers and for thunderstorms as we go late Wednesday night. I said last week, later in the week, I think Thursday is going to be the rainy day, and still looking like it's going to be the rainy day out of next week. Could be quite a soaking rain as well, with widespread showers and storms. A little bit of humidity out ahead of that weather system, getting us up into the humid to very humid range on Thursday. They could add a little fuel for those thunderstorms, but not expecting widespread severe weather at this point. Here's why. Remember my rule of thumb, we need to clear out by 10, 11, 12 o'clock, noon at the latest, to get enough heat and humidity for widespread severe weather. We may have the humidity with this weather system, but constant showers and thunderstorms lasting through Thursday. This is midnight Friday morning. Widespread showers and a couple of isolated thunderstorms. Heavy rainfall is a possibility with this weather system as it still sits over Wisconsin. Meandering winds coming in now out of the west a little bit later Friday behind the weather system, and we keep the shower and storm chances maybe not even ending till about this time Friday night. So a prolonged period, perhaps up to 48 hours worth of water, widespread 1, 2, this is up a little bit now, maybe more widespread 3-inch amounts of water if the path of this storm is still on target as we head later into the week. We'll be keeping a close eye on that because that could be some pretty plentiful amounts of water for southern Wisconsin. But as we look out into the future, I've been analyzing our weather models here. I think things will wrap up pretty quickly. Saturday and Sunday are going to drop those rain chances down to slight, so I expecting more in the way of dry time this weekend and less in the time of water time, with shower and storm chances carrying out into next week, at least in the slight category.
Alex, thank you. The Olympics is a time to appreciate the greatest athletes in both popular sports, but also those lesser known. With the 2024 Summer Games officially over, Maddie Heimsch takes a peek into how one group of athletes could breathe new life back into their sport.
When an Olympic team finds success, you can chalk it up to a couple great athletes, but the reality is it all starts right here. Madtown Twisters is the only gym in Madison that offers a competitive boys gymnastics team. Approximately 25 boys share the space with hundreds of girls, a typical ratio within the sport.
Boys gymnastics is on the smaller side.
Last year, 12,000 boys competed in USA Gymnastics programs compared to 138,000 girls. And while women's gymnastics regularly captures one of the largest Olympic audiences, the U.S. men's team took home a bronze in Paris, making a name for themselves.
We've always, asked ourselves, like, what can we do differently? And, one thing as a team that we decided we could do differently is let's go medal at the Olympics. So, we checked that box, and we're excited to see where this can help bring the sport.
Steven Nedorosik was a breakout star of the Games. His pommel horse score crucial for the podium placement.
With, Steven Nedorosik, that final pommel horse routine, I feel like everybody's, talking, not, talking, but, they know what it is now.
And with the attention comes an increased interest among boys to give the sport a swing.
We watched the end of the pommel horse the one day at practice, and it's just the cheering and the excitement and just listening to them talk about everything is really, it's fun to see because it reinvigorates them about this sport.
It was really exciting to hear that because they haven't gotten that bronze in since 20-something.
It was in 2008 when the men's team last took home a medal, long before the athletes at Madtown Twisters were even born. But now they can imagine a future in their sport.
It seems like it would be a great accomplishment if I went to the Olympics someday.
With a renewed interest in the sport and only 1,438 days until the 2028 opening ceremonies, we could be seeing the next Olympians right here in Wisconsin. Reporting in Madison, Maddie Heimsch, News 3 Now.
And coming up in sports, on the play another day, how Cal Fisher led the Mallards to a must-win in Wausau. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The Agora Art Fair returns August 17th in Fitchburg, showcasing the work of over 100 area artists in a variety of mediums. Plus great live music, food, hop house, beer and wine garden, and fun for everyone. To learn more, visit agoraartfair.com.
You'll soon vote on two misleading constitutional amendments. They're designed to trick voters into eliminating checks and balances in our government. It's a power grab to give the MAGA politicians in the legislature the sole power to distribute emergency funding. They gerrymander, deny elections, and push abortion bans. Don't give MAGA politicians the sole power. Vote no to questions 1 and 2.
It's Toyota's national sales event. Swipe into end of summer fun with an exciting new Toyota. Whether you're paddleboarding in a RAV4, mountain biking in a Tacoma, or tubing with your best friends in a Camry, you'll find plenty to post about all summer long.
Right now, during Toyota's national sales event, you can lease a new Tacoma for $349 a month, or get 2.99% APR for 60 months on a new Tundra.
Come in today. Ooh, like
Toyota, let's go places.
The feet have a really big impact on how the rest of the body moves. The knees, the hips, the lower back especially. If the foot isn't properly aligned, all of these joints are going to function incorrectly. That results in a lot of muscle tension and chronic pain. What I really like about the Good Feet system is that the right arch supports can put the foot in its proper alignment. So all the joints up the rest of the body will be aligned properly as well. And when the body's aligned, we can reduce the risk of injury and chronic pain.
Hip, knee, or back pain? See if Arch Supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
It's only paint. It's only paint that comes in an award-winning twist and pour container. It's only paint that can cover the brightest shade of orange known to mankind in just one coat. It's only paint that will inspire you to write your masterpiece. It's only paint that will help you become TV's hottest writer, where one day you'll meet this guy who starred in that thing. So yeah, it's only paint. Only easy opening, smooth pouring, change your life both professionally and romantically. Paint.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
This is America's border czar, and she's failed us. Under Harris, over 10 million illegally here. 250,000 Americans dead from fentanyl. Brutal migrant crimes. And ISIS now here.
Do you have any plans to visit the border? You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. I mean, I don't understand the point that you're making.
Kamala Harris, failed, weak, dangerously liberal.
The Agora Art Fair returns August 17th in Fitchburg, showcasing the work of over 100 area artists in a variety of mediums. Plus great live music, food, hop house, beer and wine garden, and fun for everyone. To learn more, visit agoraartfair.com.
Year 2 of the Luke Fickell era begins with Wisconsin on the outside looking in at the preseason AP poll. The Badgers will start the year unranked for the first time since 2016. But remember, that season, they finished ranked 9th in that same poll. Now, as far as UW's opponents go, well, 5 of them are in the top 25, and that's not including South Dakota, who's ranked 5th in the FCS coaches poll. After their best season in franchise history that saw 50 wins, the Madison Mallards are on the ropes in the Northwoods League playoffs. After losing Game 1 to the Woodchucks, it's win or go home now in the best-of-3 series that has shifted up to Wausau. And it was a big night for Deerfield's own Cal Fisher. His 2 doubles and 5 RBIs blew the game open. Mallards stay alive with an 8-5 win and force a winner-take-all Game 3 tomorrow. Well, Brewers and Dodgers opening up a 4-game series. Crew down 4-0 in the 6th, but William Contreras cuts that lead in half. His 2-run bomb puts Milwaukee on the board, but the Dodgers' star power proved to be too much. Brewers fall 5-2 in the final. We're back after this.
And the Brewers are on the... One size rarely fits all. That's why at Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we carry a huge selection of quality name brand jeans and pants. We're so confident we have the right brand, style, and fit for you that we'll give you a free $5 Blaine's Farm and Fleet gift card for every pair you buy. Like men's or women's Ariat jeans. Get an extra $30 gift card for every $150 Ariat purchase. And men's Rustler jeans, just $15.99. Find your perfect pair of jeans for less at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Imagine trying to take on one of the big car companies. It's not easy. Yet this year, one local law firm finalized the largest compensatory verdict in state history against an automaker, over $38 million. And it was no fluke. That same firm has been holding big car companies accountable for faulty designs that cause injury for over 50 years. Because Wisconsinites know who to call when it's a must-win scenario. They call Habish, Habish & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
These were my great-grandpappy's glasses. And now they're yours, son.
Why can't I just get my own?
What? No, these have at least a few hundred years left in them.
I think the kid needs his own. Get 2 pairs of glasses and a free eye exam for $79, all same day.
Yeah, I want my own.
Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
I'm Tammy Baldwin. I approve this message.
I'm the proud son of a single mom.
My mom worked nights to provide for us.
My mom worked 80 hours a week.
But Eric Hovde thinks if you have a single mom, you're going to be poor or a drug addict?
That is a direct path to a life of poverty. It leads to higher drug rates.
That just shows Eric Hovde is ignorant.
Come on, I'm successful today because of my mom.
I learned my work ethic from my mom, my single mom.
What is wrong with this guy?
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. Amazing offers and a great selection of Ford vehicles, like the Built Wild Bronco family, with a deal you just can't miss. Your biggest adventures are waiting. So make it Ford. Make it yours. Make it now. I want that. Make it a lease on a new Ford Bronco Sport for $299 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Wisconsin Ford dealer.
News 3 Now, in partnership with the Boys and Girls Club, is collecting school supplies for area students, and we need your help. Drop off school supplies at any of our Dane County locations from now until August 16th, or make a monetary donation at channel3000.com. Thank you for helping hundreds of youth by making a generous donation to the News 3 Now Back to School Supply Drive. Sponsored by Metcalf's Market, Lamer's Bus Line, and Midwest Financial Group. In the 608, weekdays only on News 3 Now this morning.
Tonight, in just a few years, the Democrats went from hope to hope.
Colbert's back with Caitlin Collins. New tonight on CBS.
And Alex Harrington's back. Final check of the forecast.
Calm before the soaking rain. The soaking rain coming by Thursday of this week. Beautiful tomorrow. Pretty nice on Wednesday, too. Warm temps in the 80s, but that soaking rain is on the way. Widespread showers, some thunderstorms expected Thursday. Really late Wednesday night, going all the way through Thursday and Thursday night, lasting potentially into a good portion of Friday. Some places picking up 1, 2, maybe 3 inches of rain. See a lot of rain in the 10-day forecast here. Latest weather models are indicating this weather system will wrap up later Friday, and this weekend maybe more on the dry side than wet.
All right. Alex, thank you. Thanks for joining us, folks, for News 3 Now at 10. We hope you have a great night.